22 laps for Moto3 at a sun-drenched Assen, about to get underway. And here we go. Good start from Kaito Toba and Tatsuki Suzuki, actually, number 24 from the second row. Antonelli leads in the early stages as we roar up towards turn one. Arbolino's trying to get the inside line as well, but it is Antonelli who will hold steady, his teammate coming through to try and take second.
Brilliant ride by Suzuki around the outside of Arbolino through the first corner. Is it a 6:58 squad record to 1-2? It certainly is. Palman Antonelli then got the dream start, got the whole shot. Perfect launch by Suzuki, fourth to second in three corners.
Not the greatest of starts from Aaron Canet, a bit further back. Turn 5 can be really tricky when there's a big bundle of riders. We exit now and head onto the Veinslang straight. A couple of riders just knocking into each other. Still Antonelli that leads. There's Toba. He's got Jakob Kornfeil, number 84, just up behind him. Toba there in third, 84 is Kornfeil in fourth. They kick up the backside from Team Boss, certainly what was required. He looks much, much better, doesn't he?
Should have had that one in Argentina, but the looks of it, and here he is now trying to find a way through on Toba up at the bull. That got really, really tight. Really tight. In fact, Kornfeil cost himself a position there because he had to jam the brakes on, manning a little bit wide, and Fenati came on through. Fenati now into fourth place.
Up towards Maven Mir, his fast right-hander as they all jostle for position. Antonelli doing a really good job at the moment, defending this big gaggle of riders, but here comes Toba. That's brilliant, that's fast. The Japanese rider leads. Leopard Honda bike of Lorenzo Dalla Porta, slowly but surely, starts to edge its way closer to the top here. Dalla Porta has been a bit of a steam train in this 2019 season. A great move there from Tony Arbolino to take the lead, and further back Mimano Fenati's trying to pick his way through there as well. Ivan Edel stuff here in Moto3. Toba retaliates to go back through to take the lead again.
Through turn 15, Fenati carries such brilliant rhythm. He gets that bike so fast through Hoga Heider, and in that fast sweeping left-hander, he's so quick. Foggia is the fastest man on circuit now, back in 18th place. He's the first man in the 42, the 1:42.627. That's a great lap time by Foggia. 18th, with only 1.8 seconds behind your race leader Toba. That's how tight it is at the top.
Yeah,
here in Assen.
The top 25 covered by 3 seconds.
What a race we've had already here in Assen. Thankfully, we've still got 16 laps remaining, and it's still Toba that leads the way from Fenati. Then Antonelli, the pole man, Arbolino 4, Tatsuki Suzuki has just set his personal best lap of the race as Arbolino fires their way through on Antonelli into the first corner. Arbolino back onto the podium places now.
I don't know what's happened to Ayumi Sasaki. He's dropped all the way down to 20th place. It's a terrible start for the Japanese rider who's in need of a decent result.
He wasn't going too badly. Last time around, Steve, he did a 45 flat. I wonder if he's just been in this hectic battle. He's just been nudged off somewhere. His lap time dropped considerably on that last lap. He was 1.5 seconds slower than your race leader, which is now Romano Fenati. Fenati then leads. He's found a way through on Toba.
Hondas pack a punch, don't they, in 2019? 5 Hondas at the front of this one. That was close. Kaito Toba almost wiping out the front wheel there of Tony Arbolino.
It is nearly 2 years now since Romano Fenati had a dry race podium, the Saxon Ring, in 2017. Oh, that was aggressive. There was not a lot of room there. We know Fenati's not too shy when he's got to get on the front foot. He did leave Toba a lot of room there, but hard but fair, you've got to say. Got Toba with Arbolino just behind the Japanese rider. Fenati and Arbolino, actually the two Viennese snipers, made an exchange. Fastest laps of the race, look at that by Arbolino with the slipstream down the back straight. 2-bike slipstream, fires his way through on both Toba and Fenati, although his lead lasts for about 5 seconds because Fenati strikes straight back.
Down the back straight, Toba, brilliant. He takes the lead. He goes underneath Tony Arbolino. Fenati there, his teammate, just in third.
You can see the importance of the slipstream down the back straight, Steve. A couple of times now we've seen with a 2-bike slipstream. Fenati did it to Arbolino and Toba. Toba gets revenge. Tom Booth Amos, he's down at the Struben, turn 5.
Kaito Toba will lead. Oh, there he goes again. Darren Binder, the South African, causing trouble with Nico Antonelli, who has to go wide. He loses a couple of places, but the number 40 there is coming.
Well, we said he's had a lot of work to do, but Darren Binder is on the charge, and he's right on course for the podium battle, right on course for first place at the moment. What a charge through the pack from the South African, 25th to 4th, with less than half race distance completed.
Big problem for Darren Binder has been keeping the pace going till the end of a race. He might not be the most consistent, but he is box office entertainment, that is for sure. So what's happened here to the number 23? Someone's got, he's taken the long lap penalty. Is that Antonelli?
Yeah.
Well, I've not seen anything on our time screens that suggests he...
Did he think cutting the chicane like he did with the Binder incident, did he think that meant he had to go through the long lap penalty?
Oh, blimey, he's done a Fenati. Here's Darren Binder up the inside of Lorenzo Dalla Porta. It's all getting a bit tight here as we go into the Timmer chicane. Binder squeezes underneath Arbolino. He goes up into second. Romano Fenati has to cut the chicane then.
Apparently, Antonelli did the long lap penalty. He hadn't been sanctioned yet, so race direction now considers it's okay. So Fenati trying to find a way up the inside of his former Sky VR46 team as Darren Binder, who started this Dutch TT way down in 25th place. He momentarily had the lead. Toba strikes straight back and Binder gets picked off by Arbolino as well. It's getting really tight here.
Dalla Porta now sweeps through up into second place. Great job from the Italian. Tatsuki Suzuki showing up as well, although he just had a bit of a moment, the number 24. It's still somehow Toba the leads. There is Jaume Masia. He's just up behind Arbolino. Arenas goes wide. It's all happening here in Assen in Moto3.
It's such a mixed bag so far this year for Toba. 4 top 10s, including that epic victory in round 1 in Qatar. But there's been 3 DNFs in that, including the heartbreak, the late heartbreak in Catalonia when he fell on the last lap. Dalla Porta then hits the front for the first time. Beautiful move into the penultimate sector.
Darren Binder, there is the dive bomb, and he almost wipes out Kaito Toba as well, who has to take a diversion just across the green tarmac. What's happened here? That's
Toba.
Suzuki, Toba.
Fernandez.
Goodness.
Chaos at the Struben.
Absolute nightmare. And there's a couple of riders looking hurt there, including Raul Fernandez. Suzuki's gone down again.
Absolute chaos. Toba then. So let's pick the bones out of this one from the helicopter shot into the Struben.
Raul Fernandez goes wide. He knew nothing about that. It's really difficult. Vietti's in there as well. I didn't see that.
Didn't see Vietti. Suzuki was just an innocent victim. He was caught on the outside.
Let's watch Vietti. Toba hits the back of Vietti. I think that's what's happened there, and it's just so tight round there. Well, 3 of those riders would fancy themselves as trying to get on the podium here. As it is, Jakob Kornfeil tries to take the lead, but Dalla Porta says, no, you don't. Still Arbolino's there, still Darren Binder, Dennis Foggia, Fenati, McPhee and Marcos Ramirez.
Dearie me, they say rubbing is racing. Well, Kornfeil rubbed Dalla Porta big style up at the Steckenbach. That's dropped Dalla Porta back down into the clutches of Foggia and also Darren Binder. Dalla Porta just holds off his fellow Italian, keeps third place. Jakob Kornfeil, we mentioned, 4 podiums in his previous 170 Grand Prix. None of them have been a victory, but he leads here in Assen. Jakob Kornfeil, big news. The race leader has got to go through the long lap penalty. The Czech rider has exceeded track limits on too many occasions. Jakob Kornfeil, 4 laps away from a famous first victory in Moto3, but he's got to do the long lap penalty.
Well, the way he's riding at the moment, he might be able to take that and still be in contention. He's having a barnstormer here.
Oh, his heart's going to sink when he sees that on the dashboard, though.
Well, he's got to take that then. That will be interesting to see where he comes out of there. There's so much to come here still. Darren Binder's gone down. Darren Binder has gone down.
This is like Barcelona. We thought that was a race of attrition. They're dropping like flies here at the moment. Binder out of contention, but the big news, the race leader, Jakob Kornfeil, has got to go into the long lap penalty. Well, there's a big gap now with Kornfeil and Dalla Porta. They've broken away from Rodrigo.
Well,
now, is Kornfeil going to do it this time around? There's only 2 laps of this race to go. He's got to do it, otherwise there's going to be a penalty coming his way anyway. Yeah, here he comes. He's in.
That's probably cost him the chance of victory, Jakob Kornfeil.
Gutted, or what? Absolutely gutted. He's going to have to drop back in some way. Well, he drops back into 3rd place, but he's right in the clutches now of Rodrigo. Aguirre's there, so is John McPhee.
Dalla Porta leads across the line,
look at
but
that.
he's going to be pressured here.
Tony Arbolino, you're right, he's being pressured, Steve. What a time for Tony Arbolino to fire in the fastest lap of the race. A 1:42.666, and he's riding like the devil. It's Tony Arbolino. He's piling serious pressure now on Lorenzo Dalla Porta. These two had heartache in Barcelona when mechanicals denied them the chance to fight for the victory. Here they are, though, 2 weeks later in Holland, back fighting for the victory here at the Dutch TT.
He's going to try and get in the slipstream now, Tony Arbolino, and make a move into turn 6. Dalla Porta leads then down onto the Vane Slang. Can Arbolino get close enough to make a move into turn 6?
Credit to Cornfile as well. He's hanging on to that third place. Rodrigo and that chasing pack have not made any significant inroads. Dalla Porta's brilliant on this fast sweep through turn 6, 7 and 8. Arbolino just couldn't get close enough to strike.
Is Arbolino waiting until the final chicane? Great move there from Marcos Ramirez. He's now up into 4th place.
Yeah, it's all about the drive then through the fast and flowing final sector. Arbolino surely is going to have to try and attack at the Timmer chicane. We've seen so many races decided there down the years here in Assen, and it's going to be potentially a final Timmer chicane showdown between the two Italians, Dalla Porta and Arbolino. The battle rages for third between Cornfile, Rodrigo, Ramirez and McPhee, but here we are then. It's Dalla Porta that leads into the 4th sector from Tony Arbolino. Arbolino's going to try and go through. Hoga Heider, has he done it? He's through!
Brilliant move from Tony Arbolino. We've just got the Timmer chicane left. Dalla Porta, what's he going to do? Is he going to try and take a tight line? No, he's going to try and run it out. This is going to be brave. The checkered flag is out. Can he get close enough? They're side by side. Who wins it here? Arbolino gets it. Brilliant race. He wins ahead of Dalla Porta and Jakob Cornfile.
Tony Arbolino, the 18-year-old Italian, his 44th Grand Prix start. It's his 3rd podium finish. 2 of those have been wins in Mugello and here in Assen. It's Dutch delight for Tony Arbolino.